Fitness Show. I've been asking questions recently via Facebook, and I wanted to address them on the show. The first question comes from Tom, and Tom asked a question dealing with maintaining motivation. This question, rather short and concise, he says, it's like I get these huge spurts of motivation, but yet they only last a day, or even just a few minutes, before the motivation fades away. So, Tom, what I want to first talk about is, namely, what are these things that you are getting motivated about? You need to actually deeply meditate on the fact, on what those things are, and if they truly are something that you should be pursuing. Maybe the fact that you can't maintain motivation is a sign that that isn't a pursuit you should be going through. I've kind of found that myself. I can't give a specific example, I just can't think of any off the top of my head, but I can think of instances where that's happened per se. But, you know, it just, when you start to find your groove, you start to find things that are what you are. When you start doing things career-wise, health-wise, family-wise, what have you, that are congruent with your soul and who you are, then you have no trouble maintaining motivation. This is inner driving you. But that's not to say that there isn't obstacles to face. So, like Zig Ziglar used to say, and I'm paraphrasing here, that motivation is like bathing, and that you should do it every single day. So, you might get motivated because you listened to some inspirational CD, or you went to this seminar that gears you up during 2 or 3 days, and you leave that seminar like, I'm going to set the world on fire now. But a week later, 2 weeks later, it kind of burns away, and you're left basically back where you are. So you can't just let it be a one and done thing. You read a book, and I got this drive out of it, but that's it. It needs to be an everyday thing. And that's why I highly suggest doing what Tony Robbins has kind of coined way back when, probably in the early 90s, when he was just the beginnings of his stuff, but an empowerment hour. For me, it's more like an empowerment hour and a half, but here's my morning ritual so much. I'll wake up, get a cup of green tea, and then sit down, and I'll read a book. The book, it varies based on what I'm into at the time. Right now, I'm actually reading some books that feed into my meditation, but I'm also reading some things from Zig Ziglar on sales, but just reading some books that are going to uplift you and motivate you for the day. It's kind of like the first person you talk to and the mood you take the moment you get out of bed is going to set the course for the rest of the day. So if you just kind of hang out in bed when you wake up in the morning, sit there, rub your eyes, put the alarm on snooze, God, I don't want to get up, you're already off to the bad start. So what you want to do, wake up. I like to wake up naturally. I set it up where I wake up naturally. I don't like waking up with alarms. I want my body to wake up as it wants to. But I wake up, I rub my eyes a little bit, but I hit the floor and I'm gone, and I'm upstairs doing my rituals, after sleep rituals, but then I'm back and I pick up a book, immediately pick up a book probably 5 minutes after I wake up, and I begin reading these books about, sometimes they're biographies, sometimes they're self-improvement, self-empowerment books, sometimes they're books on meditation, sometimes they're just books on training, but they're books that get me excited, get me passionate about what I'm about to do that day. And so, also, don't be so much where you kind of associate with yourself. If you live with someone, try and avoid confrontation in the morning. Have your quiet time, this empowerment hour. Make it your quiet time for yourself. That'll allow you to get in the right frame of mind. So first and foremost, like I said, I get out a book, I read probably for about a half hour, 45 minutes, somewhere around there, and that gets me juiced up. And then from there, I proceed and I go into meditation. I meditate from anywhere, usually on a light day, just day when I'm just not getting my groove, I'm having trouble focusing. It might be 15 minutes. On another day, it might be around half hour, maybe a little longer than that. So I'll meditate for 15 minutes to a half hour, and from there, once I do that, all of a sudden, my day is set. I'm in a state of peace, I'm in a state of joy and empowerment. So that would be number one thing is, number two, number one I said earlier is finding your motivation. Is this really the motivation, the thing you should be pursuing to begin with? You might think it is, but if you were to meditate on it and think deeply about it, you would realize, you'd be like, you know what, at the end of the day, this isn't why. And that's why I'm losing motivation, because I truly, deep down, I don't want this thing. And it might be hard to take that, because you might have held this belief for a long time that you wanted to have whatever that is, or you wanted to achieve, or whatever that motivation was, whatever you were trying to go after. It might be hard to take, it might be a tough pill to swallow, as they say, but you have to come to the reality that, you know what, you'll be better off if you realize that perhaps it wasn't what you're supposed to do, that there's something else, and then you'll be able to find the motivation. So, again, first and foremost, reassess what your motivation is. And then second, starting your day off right, having quiet time, and starting with an empowerment hour. Dedicate an hour, like I said, I do an hour and a half roughly of time where you read, and read uplifting books, and you meditate, and sometimes I'll just sit and reflect and just think about my day, and not think about like what I ought to do to that day, but just think about what I have to be thankful for that day. I'm thankful that I woke up. I'm thankful that the sun rose. I'm thankful for the roof over my head. So meditate on those things that you have to be thankful for. And this will put you in a bright and enlightened mood. And then when you have that, it's easy to have motivation. It's easy to hold that motivation as well, which is what your problem is, because you're empowered. So outside of that, I would, again, you start this an everyday thing, and continuing, don't just limit yourself to books, but constantly invest in yourself. I was just thinking this today, and I don't think it's anything mind-blowing, but the fact that probably there's investments out there. You can invest in real estate, and stocks, and businesses, and as an angel investor, whatever. There's tons of different ways you can invest. Bonds, 401ks, whatever. I don't want to get into that. But the most important, and I think the most profitable form of investment is investing in yourself. And investing in your own self-empowerment and growth and pursuit of happiness. So constantly be reading. I buy 5 to 6 books at a time, read them, average one every 4 or 5 days, maybe one every week. Just depends on how long the book is. I'm constantly reading. I get through probably 45 to 50 books in a year. I'm just constantly reading and constantly uplifting. And then I'm listening to CDs that uplift me, give me all these ideas, because that's some more motivation. It doesn't have to be this, you're the best, you're great, you can achieve whatever you want type of stuff. Sometimes the motivation you need to have is through things that are actually tactical in nature. So for me in business, I need to listen to a business CD that will give me kind of just spark an idea of something I can do for my business, and all of a sudden, renewed enthusiasm. And now I'm like, here we go, I got to do something. I got something I can attach to and watch this thing grow. So, I hope this answered your question, Tom. If it doesn't, please, or if you want me to further elaborate, please let me know. Send me another question, send me another response or something like that on Facebook, and I'm more than happy to further elaborate. But again, just to recap, number one, realize, take a deep look at what are you motivated, what are you thinking that you need to be motivated on, but it's fading away. Perhaps you shouldn't be motivated at that. Perhaps you shouldn't be focusing your mind, and you're missing the rest of the picture. As Bruce Lee said in one of his movies, at the beginning of it, he had a young disciple, and he was like, and Bruce Lee was pointing up at the moon, and the disciple was looking at Bruce Lee's finger, and Bruce Lee smacked the kid in the head, and was like, don't focus on the finger. If you focus on the finger, you miss all that heavenly beauty. So don't focus yourself on things that might be incorrect. You'll be missing incorrect for you. If you're focusing on those things, you could be missing this whole wide range of things out there for you that are right in front of you that you can possess, because everything is within possession of you. Because once you get into meditation, you begin to realize that we are all part of a divine energy. We're all from this unique source. You can get into the science of it, and I can validate it in my mind, and maybe in yours. But the fact that we are all from this divine energy, and we can achieve anything we want because we are from anything we want. It's all within us. So that's for another video. But and one of the other questions I'll be responding to here soon, based on meditation. So be on the lookout for that. But again, 1, reassess, and 2, start yourself off. Start your day the right way. Start it with an empowerment hour. Pop out of bed real quick. Don't linger in bed. Once you hit the floor, put a smile on your face. If you go to the bathroom first, do your business, take a leak, go take a deuce, whatever, drop the kids off the pool, whatever it is, get it done. And while you're in front of the mirror, brush your teeth, wash your hands, or everything, just smile. Just look in the mirror and just make a goofiest face you freaking can. And try not to try to be upset and depressed after you look at yourself like no one's gonna after that walk away from God, I hate my life. You're gonna laugh. You're like, that's funny, that's gonna start off your day on the right note. And then you go off and you have an empowerment hour where you read, you listen to books, and if you're into meditating, you meditate at that time, and that'll set you afoot for continuing to stay motivated. So always motivated. It's not a once and done type of deal. And it's kind of like, you realize, why do we need all these self-help people? Why do we need all these motivational speakers, Tony Robbins and the like? They're all saying the same thing. But at the end of the day, is they're saying the same thing. But we need to continue to bathe in what they're saying, because we can lose that motivation as you're experiencing. We've all experienced the loss of motivation. So even if they're saying the same things, maybe you listen to something that you heard or read 5 times, 10 times, whatever, from other people, 1,000 times heard from other people. Maybe they say it just a certain way. They say it just correctly, a certain way, and all of a sudden, clicks, and you're good. So I'm not going to let this go any longer. Again, if you have any further questions, Tom, or you want me to further elaborate, I'm more than happy to do so. Just leave a message on Facebook. So until next time, everyone, this is Kyle with the Art of Physical Fitness Show. The next episode I'll be posting up here soon. It'll be a response to a question about meditation, and then I'll have a question upcoming also. It's a loaded question. It's got a lot to it, so we'll probably break it down. But dealing with program creation, periodization, exercise order, and as my throat goes dry, active recovery. So be on the lookout for those. If you aren't subscribed yet, subscribe to the YouTube channel, or if you're doing this on Facebook, like the Facebook, or friend me on Facebook, Kyle Bohannon, friend me there, or preferably that doesn't really matter, like the fan page, Facebook / The Art of Physical Fitness. Or if you're on Twitter, Kyle_Bohannon. And if you want a free copy of The Art of Soul Training and receiving daily motivational emails from me, week daily, I take the weekends off, but daily motivational emails from me, go ahead to theartofphysicalfitness.com / free-gift, and you'll receive the copy of The Art of Soul Training, where I talk about training more congruently with your body, and you'll receive those daily emails and updates when I post new episodes of the show, such as these question and answers. So, with that all said, and my voice running dry, I'll talk to you guys later, and thank you for stopping by.